Folks, this is Book Talk with Corbin. I'm your host. What I'm going to do today is talk about some books I'm reviewing, and hopefully I'll be able to interview some of these authors. Actually, it's just two books I'm going to talk about that I'm currently reading and trying to review. Prepare myself for a interview with hopefully all these authors, if not all of them, at least a couple or one of them. So the one book I'm looking at is Hip Hop Slop by Devon Holt. He's a local guy, brilliant individual, well respected here in the city of Louisville. And he actually wrote this book several years ago, and I came across it not too long ago, and I contacted Brother Devon and said, "Hey man, can you send me a copy of your book?" And he very graciously did so. Very graciously did so. I want to thank him for that. And I started reading it. Immediately, I said to myself, I got to get him on my podcast. Because what he was writing then still has relevance today. And in fact, it's probably more relevant. I mean, it's like this guy was just looking into the future. So Hip Hop Slop, I'm almost certain you can get a copy of that at Amazon.com. Another book I'm looking at is Candy Jones, and Candy is spelled C-A-N-D-I. Candy Jones, Bondage. And I have not received it yet, but I heard about her on Facebook. Black Authors Network says something about her book, so I checked it out, bought a copy through Amazon. Hopefully I'll be getting that copy very soon. But I did read a quick review of it, and it was talking about domestic violence and abuse. So I definitely wanted to read that, and then hopefully I can have her on and talking about that, because there's too much of that happening within the black community. With the community as a whole, black or white, but definitely too much of that going on within the black community. So I just wanted to give people a heads up, give my listeners a heads up on some things that I have coming up. I also am reading Against the Left, a Rothbardian Libertarianism by Mr. Rockwell Jr. Heavy reading, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him on my show for you guys. I'll give it a shot. I may have to just sort of settle for someone else who's into libertarian thinking, but this book, Against the Left, it's good, very thought-provoking. It's what I call a heavy meal. I like it. I like it a lot. But I tell you, I like Devon Holt's Hip Hop Slop a little bit more, and then I'm looking forward to having Candy Jones on. She's the author of Bondage. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Stay tuned.